You got it. Hey everyone. We are working on the education side quest in Florum, and Monk Man has appeared. You are correct, Silly.
But you're Edea Lee! Oh, and after I'd gone to such lengths to hide my past in the Duchy's armed forces. Fine, I'll confess. You forced it out of me. I know you've come all this way to track me down.
No, that's really not.
3 years ago, I came with the Blood Rose Legion to corrupt this nation and its people. True, I was only following orders, but still, I knew I had to do something to atone for my crimes, and so I dedicated myself to education. Yes, with this. Education for the educationally challenged. Get your teaching license in just 30 days with our patented method. I studied until I sweat blood, and finally, I became a teacher in this country. Florum is a heavenly nation indeed, full of natural beauty and blessed with a sensitive and gentle-hearted citizenry. I want to preserve its beauty and harmony for generations to come. That is why I teach the girls here as I do.
Such noble resolve. Yes, it has touched me to my core.
Oh, Einherja?
Einherja Venus, unrelenting warrior and holder of the Valkyrie Asterisk, eldest of the Venus sisters, and part of the Blood Rose Legion with whom Edea and her friends did battle. Having studied the sword under the same master, she is more than a match for Edea in strength of both body and will. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Well, did she just jump out of the sky? I take it this is another of your acquaintances, Edea?
I'm afraid so. The Valkyrie Einherja Venus. We studied together under Master Kami Izumi. What are you doing back here in Florum?
Why, for my training, of course. Why else?
Ever the model warrior. Don't you ever relax?
Commander Einherja!
Yes? You were one of my soldiers, weren't you, Miss?
Vealing! Rhea Vealing! It was my pleasure to serve, ma'am.
Your efforts on this nation's behalf, they have made a deep impression on me. Seeing your deeds makes me proud to call myself your former commander.
The honor is mine.
So let me get this straight. To preserve Florum's beauty and harmony, you think boys and girls should be taught separately?
Precisely. I would not deny men equal rights. But why should boys and girls have to learn together?
Miss Lee here is the acting superintendent of education. If you have an opinion about the new school, please share it.
I believe I've made my feelings clear. Oh, but I have thought of a possible name for the school. What would you think of this? St. Florian's Academy for Girls!
Yeah, that'll make boys feel real welcome.
A fine name. Elegant and dignified. I wish I'd thought of it myself. We must do whatever we can to see that your ideas are heard. The future of this nation's educational system is at stake.
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like we'll be seeing a lot of each other from now on, Edea. It's good to have you on our side. Till we meet again, comrades!
No, wait!
Now then, Miss Lee, you have heard both sides' opinions. What is your decision?
If it's okay, I'd like to make my report directly to the Chancellor.
Certainly, Miss Lee. Chancellor Duet is currently visiting the Twilight Ruins. You will find her in the western village there. I trust you will think things over very carefully before rendering your decision.
Joy! Okay. Now we get to go through the Twilight runs. Now, I have an idea. What if they meet at the midpoint, okay? They make it co-educational, but they call it St. Floria's Academy for Girls. Everyone's happy then, right? I will protect this town. You do what you must. Alright, we're gonna cut off encounters for this next part because I don't like this dungeon. So it's much easier to just get through it as quickly as I can. If you recall from the first game, the Twilight Ruins had a purpose. It was to annoy the shit out of me. But no, it was to have these root doors that one opens and one closes. $2,000 pig. Corner. But yeah, I don't like this run, so I'm just going to do it this way. Pantheon's Wrath. That uses lightning magic. Silly, you like the Valkyrie job? A balsam. This area is 34 to 38. I'm 42, so I'm past the required level. Or recommended level, not required. An Edea. Okay, moving on. What do you like about the Valkyrie job? We'd have to go up there anyway. So, let's get the treasure first. 2,500 pig, I'll take it. Why would those people that came through here just take all the treasure? It's very weird. They wasted time opening and closing doors. You figure they'd grab the treasure too. Hey, a Gnoi! I don't know how to pronounce that food. Arctic wind. Dried Remora for Catmancer. What do you like about the Valkyrie job, Silly? Look at all this treasure we're getting. Artisan gloves, what do those do? Raises dexterity. Not bad. Crescent moon and being able to jump a billion times, that's always a good thing indeed. 980 pig. Earthing rod. And they look cool. That's fair. Should be the last door I have to open.
So, Edea, I understand you studied the sword with Angeria. But what about this Barris person? He's from Eternia too, we? Yeah. How many years ago was it when we first met? I remember it was just after I joined Master's school. That winter, Eternia was full of talk of an abominable snowman. Supposedly it was prowling the western corridor and ambushing unwary travelers. So I decided to go and deal with it myself. How old were you then? 10? 12? Old enough to handle a sword, I can say that.
What? Nobody tried to stop you?
Sure, they tried, but I was having none of it. I even convinced Alternus to come with me.
Convinced? Or forced?
Anyway, we headed straight for the western corridor, but Einherja caught us before we got there. She'd been sent to bring me back. Alternus tried to help me get away, but Einherja got the jump on him, and my little game was over. Oh, you should have heard me whine. Einherja couldn't wait to get me back to town. But after all the running around and chasing, we were pretty exhausted, all three of us. That's when the blizzard hit. The world turned white. We could barely see, and then a giant figure slowly emerged.
The abominable snowman!
He knocked out Einherja before she knew what hit her. Alternus moved to protect me, but soon he too was on the ground, unconscious. Then it was my turn. I don't know how much time passed. I awoke inside a cave, warmed by a small campfire. When I looked around me, I saw Einherja on the ground, and also Alternus, battered and beaten. Then I heard the thud of heavy footsteps, and a giant shadow loomed across the cave wall.
The abominable snowman!
I knew it had come to eat us, but I didn't even have the strength to stand. I trembled in terror as the giant slowly turned and bared its gruesome fangs at me.
Yikes!
Ah! Then, I passed out again. Several days later, I was kneeling on the floor in fencing class, getting a real dressing down from Master. Father had already given me a spanking I wouldn't soon forget. It still stings just thinking about it.
Wow, so, you made it out alive?
Well, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be here telling you the story, would I?
Well, so, what happened to the, abominable snowman?
Let me guess. It was actually Barris, right?
What? What? Barris was the abominable snowman?
Don't be silly. Sir Heinkel had ordered Barris to chase the monster away.
Whew, that's a relief. But there really was an abominable snowman?
Kind of. As it turned out, it was just an ice golem that had escaped captivity. It had knocked us out before we could get a good look at it. But Barris showed up and drove it off before it could do any real damage.
Huh, then after, in the cave...
It was Barris who carried us there, to keep us warm and treat our wounds.
So the second time you passed out, that was Barris?
Yeah, that really cheesed him off. I just grinned at you and you conked out like I was some hulking beast, he said. I guess it hurt his feelings or something. Maybe he's more sensitive than he looks. Every time he saw me, every time, he'd bring up how I fainted at the sight of him. Anyway, he and Alternus ended up as good friends. and Einherja joined Master's school to study the spear. I guess you could say it was the abominable snowman who brought us all together. Anyhow, those two are impossible to talk to. Stubborn as behemoths, the both of them. What was it they say? Birds of a feather? Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
What is that supposed to mean? Hey, Shadow Drycan! Welcome to the stream. How are you today? I am excellent, as you asked. We're gonna save our game.
Magnificent! Absolutely astounding! Oh, and so well preserved! Yes, I can see no reason not to register these ruins as Luxembourg's 3,867th Cultural Heritage Site!
Just as you say, ma'am, you've been so enthusiastic in your duties, nominating every ruin of any possible cultural significance. Why, you've registered so many sites that not being registered has also become a mark of prestige in culture. Yes, I'd say that this would be a perfect 3,867th Cultural Heritage Site. Nice and tidy and compact and boring.
Yes, I know it all already. No need to preach to the choir, darling. Let's zip those lips.
Excuse me?
Hello, and who might you be, little girl?
That is Miss Edea Lee, ma'am. The young lady that you recently named Superintendent of Education in Florum.
Oh, of course. Yes. I had not forgotten, dear. I simply didn't recognize her face at first. And what is the superintendent here for, Oh, wait, I remember. Yes, that's it. She was to investigate whether the new academy in Florum should be co-educational or not.
Precisely, ma'am.
Yes, of course. I am so on top of things, it's frightening. Now, let us hear your opinion, Superintendent. Shall we separate boys and girls in the new school or not? Let's have it out of you. No dawdling.
Well, you see,
Enough waffling! Are you trying to vex me, you vexing vixen? Can't you make a simple decision?
Hang in there, Edea.
Take as much time as you need, Edea. After all, your choice is probably going to drag us into a battle against the losing faction.
You think so too? That's what I've been dreading.
Alright, guys. Up for you. Up to you guys. We can choose to vote for co-education, or we can separate the schools into boys and girls. Personally, I prefer my idea on the middle ground, but what do you guys think? Co-education, separate schools. Go! We got 1 for co-ed. Who else? 2 for co-ed. 3. Okay. Well, it seems to be unanimous against those that are chatting today that we are going with co-education.
The new school in Florum should be co-educational.
And your reasons,
Florum has finally recognized the equality of the sexes and been reborn as a nation where men and women live together in harmony. Tradition is all well and good, but even the Sacred Flower Festival has changed. Why shouldn't its schools be any different?
I object, Superintendent Edea Lee.
You didn't even let me finish.
You dare stomp on the hopes and dreams of my loyal subordinate, Edea? And to argue in favor of co-education, no less. You would sully the elegant traditions of this great nation in the name of some passing fad. You're a disgrace to educators everywhere. That's what you wanted me to say, right, Veeling?
Defeat Einherja and you'll obtain the Valkyrie asterisk. Note that you will not receive the Monk asterisk. Choose wisely. Valkyrie launch hit-and-run leaping attacks. Takes to the skies and comes down to unleash devastating attacks on groups of foes. Monk, a brute strength attacker who doesn't need a weapon to deal massive punishment to individual foes. Sorry, in here, co-education gets my vote.
So you want to fight, Einherja? I can't even pretend to be surprised.
I must say, I saw this coming as well.
Can't we just get this over with?
Finally, we cross blades again, Edea. Prepare yourself for a crushing defeat.
Alright, we get to fight the Valkyrie job. Alright.
Holder of the Valkyrie Asterisk and mightiest of the Venus Sisters, you stand before Einherja Venus!
Oh, I don't have any foliage. That's alright. Alright, let's go with Bon Appetit. We're gonna throw a flaming fondant at Einherja. I can make them weak to wind and then hit them with that. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll hit her with it. Crosscutter. We haven't used Crosscutter yet, so let's hit her with that. And Fire Week.
Yippee! It's my time to shine!
Wow, she got fucked up.
Let's finish this!
I love Holy Knight, it's so good.
This is the end for you!
Now, will she survive? 9,000 damage, holy crap. And Tiz fucked her up.
Forgive me, my sisters.
Wrecked. You obtained the Valkyrie asterisk. Launches hit and run leaping attacks, skilled at powerful BP attacks. Favorite spears. We have a new job to pick from.
You've grown strong. We will leave this place. Dry those tears. There are still a great many things you can do for this nation. Let us find another cause together. I will always stand by your side, Rhoda. Ryla?
Rhea Veeling.
Right. Now, farewell, Edea.
Wasn't that...
Your opponent, yes. Or your former opponent. We've just ruled in favor of your co-education proposal.
Truly? But Miss Veeling will also be teaching at the new school, won't she?
Yes, naturally. She's a perfectly capable teacher, after all. We would not exclude her due to petty politics.
Why, that's wonderful. To tell you the truth, I've always considered her awfully...
Yes, I could tell it at a glance. Now zip those lips. Hurry and go running after her. Run. You might still win her heart. Yes, I believe in you. Now off you go.
Get the fuck out.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the matter, Edea?
I don't know. This just kind of brought it home, you know? There are so many sides to every story.
Yes. How much you've learned. Why, my naming you superintendent was clearly a stroke of genius.
Superintendent, huh? Moving up in the world, aren't we, Edea? To tell the truth, I'm thinking of giving up on the whole bone setter thing myself. Maybe even becoming a teacher or something.
Teaching what exactly? You do know that you need a license to teach, don't you?
A license? Of course I got one of those!
You do?
Master Lair is one of the world's foremost martial artists with certificates in every major fighting style, not to mention a license to teach 22 fields of medicine, including orthodox qigong, chiropractic, acupuncture, moxibustion.
Say what?
Yes. A star instructor like you would surely attract promising students from around the world. What do you say? Worth a try, wouldn't you agree?
I don't know. I did tell Holly to come open a clinic with me. And recruiting students and all? That sounds like a royal pain.
No pain, no gain. What have you ever gained without pain? Nothing, that's what.
That mouth of yours! I think my ears are bleeding! Catch you later, you crazy old lady!
What an odd thing to say. Why, the Chancellor's only 40 years of age, middle-aged, yes, but not old by any stretch of...
Prima! Zip those lips.
Indeed. Alright guys, you guys need to help Shadow. Should his character... Fuck, I don't want to go in there. No, I don't want to chomp. Anyway, help Shadow decide. Should his character have facial hair or not? Four minutes left on that one. Alright, let's get the pack out of here. Raising your price to 200 pig. What a jerk. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for picking a choice there. Either one was a good choice job-wise, but it's interesting to see what you guys think should happen story-wise. Welcome back, Pop. You just missed our fighting the Valkyrie. Oh, there you go, Shadow Reaver. Shadow Drycan says, yes, your character should have facial hair. Give him mutton chops. How's it going, Pop? We're gonna go with the main story now after I get out of this damn cave. All of the side quests in this game are rather interesting for the most part. They all have some weird quirk to them. Don't forget, Pop, Nightbot might yell at you for using too many caps. Oh shit, that's not where I want to go. Alright, that was a good time to reset our recording before we go in here.